After Bepo had finally made up his mind to relocate to the UK, he decides to pay attention to tales emanating from foreign lands, especially Canada, United Kingdom, and the United States of America. In terms of remuneration, he always knew that payment there could be hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. Unlike Nigeria, where one-time salaries were a feature of white-collar jobs. He liked the idea of hourly remuneration. It would make job schedules flexible, offering the employee an opportunity to change the job as often as he could. On the part of the employer, he would be able to closely monitor the worker. It neutralized the Yoruba proverb that says "Ogata, Oga Ota, Owalarepi," that is, whether an employer records gain or not, the employee will yet take home his full pay. The pragmatic wage system, he thought, must be one of the ideas contributing to continued growth of the developed world. A friend of his who lived in the USA told him one could earn between $150 and $250 per day, depending on the nature of the job and the location. He learned that one could work up to 4 days a week. If that happened, Bepo and many others who dreamt about Joppa could earn up to $2,400 a month. They would quickly multiply that by about the prevailing N1,600 rate and arrive at what became a comparatively big sum of money. What such people often forget, however, was the fact that they would live and spend in dollars in the US or pounds in the UK, paying rent, taxes, maintenance, and others in the hard currencies they earned. Yet, they felt whatever remained, if sent back home, still translated to good sums, which many Nigerians could not afford to save. Also, Bepo gathered, there were people who earned far more than $150 or even $250 daily. This suggests there would be more to remit home or exchange to Naira later. He was told that cab drivers earn better than people who worked in stores or toilets. He found instructive the story of a Nigerian who switched from driving to maintenance. The guy knew a bit of carpentry and was eventually invited for a maintenance job in the US. He earned $500 daily. Bepo marveled at the thought of converting the sum to Naira. That meant earning up to N800,000 daily. His survey further revealed that skilled work was among the best options for anyone in any of the countries of choice. What could be more inspiring than receiving, say, $100 per head if you were a barber? As a result, those who understood the trends often advised intending immigrants to learn a skill before leaving Nigeria. Bepo also had learned painting during his last break. The relocation bug had caught on in the country in the past few years. Nurses, doctors, and other health workers, said to be enviably remunerated, had been migrating at an alarming rate. Even the government considered that up to 1,000 of the country's 3,000 doctors were migrating annually. Besides these, other people were leaving from all walks of life. Many graduates were fleeing, especially under the pretense of pursuing master's degree. The incentives of tuition via largely allowed students to travel with their spouses and children made such people become desperate. Guys sold all they could to pay for accommodation, fees, and sundry requirements. These included houses, land, cars, as well as office and home furniture. There were, indeed, cases of some who sold what did not belong to them so that they could rightly be called the criminals they were. Some took loans from various sources and fled before full repayment. Others paid back later from the countries they secretly relocated to. Yet, there were some that never even bothered to look back. Classical rogues.